Good morning, everyone. I want to speak about influence today. Now, let's read from Proverbs 4, verse 23. It says, "Keep and guard your heart with all vigilance, and above all that you guard, for out of it flows the springs of life." You know, the your heart is the, I want to say, the epicenter. It is the center of your being. It is the place from which you live. Your heart is that place where the Holy Spirit speaks to you, where He guides you, where you make your decisions from. And it is so important that we guard our hearts, because our hearts is that influence that when we are thinking about things, what we believe in our hearts will in the end decide what we're going to believe about new information that comes in. So we need to fill up our heart with the word. We need to have our heart under the influence of the spirit of the word. So not only the word in intellectual measure, but the word, the spirit of the word, the life that Christ and the spirit that, the life that comes from his presence, the life that Christ wants to give to us. We need our heart to be under the influence of that life, so that the dead parts of our being, the dead parts of our heart can also come alive. And if we want to be transformed into the image and the likeness of Christ, we need to allow our heart to be influenced by the Spirit. But not only is that's not the only thing that can influence our heart. Our heart can also be influenced by our circumstances, by our own thinking, and by the speech, our own speech, but also the speech of others, and also the spirit that people carry. So, you know, I am totally on the page that you don't just, let people go because they might be a bad influence on you, and so you judge all people, and people that doesn't come up to your standards, just throw them into the ditches. But so it's not like we just let all relationships go because, I don't know, that one is picking his nose. You understand what I mean? But the thing is, if there are specific relationships in your life where you realize that the influence that they have on you is really putting you always in a negative space, you are doubting maybe yourself when you're around them, or you are always feeling almost like yucky around them. They push you down, or that kind of thing. If that is the influence, I would say that either, well, if it's easy to get rid of that relationship, you can do that, but also to at least set boundaries and limit the time that you spend with that person. Yes, I am definitely on the page where we should be the influence on those people, but you need to understand that you need to get your heart then right and be influenced by the Spirit, so that when you come into contact with people that have a bad influence on you, that you can be the influence. So remember this, that you are not automatically the influence. We think because we are saved and we are Christians and we have the light of God that automatically we become the influence on other people. It is not always the case. So you need to be intentional about that. So if you surround yourself with people, or there's people around you that usually they have that working on you, that, my heart just feels depressed and void of joy and that kind of thing. You need to be very intentional when you get around those people, that you will be the influence. And you're going to have to be intentional that you are in fellowship with the Spirit, so that you then can be the influence. But oftentimes it is just a case of, don't be in the presence of those people. Surround yourself with people that influence you to greater things, that influence you, that you feel, I can experience joy. I'm not feeling guilty about my life. I'm more hungry for Jesus. I am inspired to just, go for Jesus. And then, like I said, the main thing that needs to influence us is this precious word of Jesus. It is the spirit of the word. So our biggest influence comes from that. But obviously through people, if they carry that spirit of life, they will also influence us. So draw from those people as well. First of all, draw from the Spirit, but you can draw from other people as well. And then be intentional, be the influence wherever you go. Bless you.